Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another video for Conan Exiles. Today, as the title suggests, we are going to be looking at legendary items and dismantling them in the dismantling bench to see what we get from them. So if you guys enjoy this video, please do not forget to support me on the channel by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already for more similar content from myself. And if you have just subscribed, why not check out some of my other videos and guides here on this channel. Who knows, you might just enjoy them. And don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload new videos and content here on the channel. Also, for those interested, you can always find me on the Sethum Discord. Links to this you can find down below in the video's description, as well as in a pinned comment from myself. So with that being said and done, this is going to be a fairly longish video because what I have done is I have spawned in pretty much all of the legendary items that I could find and remember from the admin control box. And so what I'm going to be doing is, as you can see behind me, there is a dismantling bench. I'm going to put them in the dismantling bench and we're going to see what we get from them. Of course, this came from a question asked by a viewer in terms of what the gas axe gives when dismantled in the dismantling bench. So I was thinking of making a video for that, which then led me to the next idea, in that let's see what all of the legendary items give us. So we're going to start by placing them in. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing is, of course, I am going to try them out, or try the dismantling bench out on some of the items that we get from a dungeon. These are things that you can craft. They are, of course, high grade and they are epic. So this gives us back the scales. This is from the Dungeon of Dagon, I believe, or something like that. Let's get rid of these items because I don't want them. So I'll put in the black blood pick that does not seem to be dismantled, and take this one out. Actually, I'm going to place a couple of things in there just to be on the safe side. So all of these, as you can see, are legendary weapons. Now that's pretty much it. We'll take these out then. Next up is an item that we get from the archivist, and obviously this should break down into the items required to craft it. We've got the white blade and we've got a few legendary items right here, so that is going to be interesting. The bow does not seem to be dismantled. The leg and the spatula seem to be dismantled, and it appears that it will give you back the items, or some of the items that you put in to crafting them. Now I'm going to wait for the axe to see what that gives, because that is quite interesting. So we've got the leg, we've got the shards of power and the resources that we put in for those. I want to see what this one gives. So it appears that it just gave us some star metal bars. Now let's get into the other bits. Now all I've got from this point forth is legendary items, and by that I'm also referring to gear in terms of armor. So we seem to be dismantling the shield. Okay. And okay, so we get some alchemical base from that. Very interesting. Now, as you can see by the looks of it, not everything seems to be dismantled in the bench. That's fine. Okay, let's put these back. Let's go for another bunch. Okay, that's not being dismantled. That's just a high grade item. So, oh, interesting. That's not being dismantled either. I kind of expected that one to be dismantled. Okay, very interesting. So that's the only thing that's being dismantled. Now, I have a feeling this is beginning to look like the items that you get from the chests that you unlock with the skeleton keys seem to be dismantled, as you can see. So this is what we've got over here. All of these items that we're going through now seem to get dismantled in the dismantling bench, and we seem to be getting just star metal. I'll just take those out, and I just want to see if we get anything else from them. Okay, so these are definitely items that you get from the chests that you will use your skeleton keys on to open up and get the legendary items. Obviously you get the skeleton keys by defeating the world bosses. So this is quite interesting right now. So I wonder if this is only applicable to those particular items. I mean, there are certain items that I think are fairly useless, or in the sense that I would never use them. I mean, it is still a legendary weapon, nonetheless, but they either don't do enough damage, or the perks on them are not very useful. I'll normally tend to equip them on my thralls. The bosses, or the world bosses to be more specific, are fairly easy to farm anyways. Now, I wish there was a way I could speed this up. Unfortunately, I don't really know if there is a command like that. But we seem to be getting star metal. So I guess this is one way of getting star metal bars. I don't think it's a very efficient way, but at least you're not going through the entire process of forging it and stuff like that. Now, of course, I can place more items in the dismantling bench and just kind of dump everything in there and see what gets dismantled. But I want to kind of go with one layer of items so you guys can see exactly what's happening. Just because I choose to dump all of my inventory in there does not mean it'll go any quicker. It just does one item at a time. And there isn't a thrall that I can put in here to kind of speed things up. So for that reason, I'm guessing this will be a long video. It depends on how long it is. I would rather not cut it because I want to show people what each item does give. So as I click on stuff to transfer into the dismantling bench, if you're uncertain of what item it is, you can of course always pause the video and see. I'm not going to be reading out all of the items, so I'm going to get rid of the alchemical base and all the other bits and pieces. But so far we are still on what drops out of the boss chests. I think that'll be pretty much what you see now. Maybe the bottom row or part of the last row that will not drop from the boss chests. Do you know what? I'm gonna get rid of these items because I don't really care. So that can go, that can go, that can go, and we'll take that out, get rid of that as well. So we've got this right here. So I'm going to kind of start from here. It's very interesting. So we are getting star metal for the most of it. Of course, it is star metal bar, so you don't have to forge it up or anything. Kind of takes that process out. And if you're like me, constantly farming the world bosses, I guess this will, in time, fill up your inventory with loads of star metal bars. I do like fighting the world bosses. It's something to keep myself entertained. So if I'm close to a world boss, I will go and take it out, loot the chest, and then I normally just stockpile these things. I don't really use them very often. I've got my specific weapons that I use. So I mean, we're doing all right. It doesn't seem to give out that much star metal though. And it is quite slow. But I'm quite curious to see what the black blood items give out and stuff like that, if they can be dismantled. As you saw at the beginning of the video, not everything can be dismantled in the dismantling bench. So let's see, what else have I got here? This is basically what I'm going to be going through. As you can see, there's the ghast axe and sword there. We'll have a look at that as well. I'm just gonna let stuff get dismantled a bit, and then we'll go with another batch. We've got the two-handed weapons. I think I've got shields and armors and stuff. We'll put that in as well. We'll put the shields in. So the shields seem to be dismantleable. Is that even a word? If not, I made it up. That's fine. Okay, so this is what we're going through at the moment. Okay, so one of those shields gave us some alchemical base. Very interesting. Let's see what happens. So this is what is currently in the dismantling bench. So the shields seem to also give out alchemical base. That's good. I mean, it doesn't give out a vast quantity, and we do need a ton of alchemical base. So I'm not really sure what to say about that. I mean, I suppose something is better than nothing, but it's not anything that... let's just put it this way, it's not a good way of getting alchemical base. You can definitely find other uses for the shields than dismantling them. I would most probably put them on thralls, to be fairly honest. They're okay. So yeah, I think that's probably the best way of doing it, just equipping whatever you don't want in terms of legendary weapons on your thralls. Obviously, this implies that you don't mind losing them if you're on a PvP server. On a PvE server, once they've been equipped. Unless the thrall dies, there's really not much to lose. So a lot of weapons here, and so I'm just gonna put my cursor on them so you guys can see what is currently being dismantled. And we still have quite a few things to go through, so yeah, gonna have to wait this one out. I've also got, I mean, I don't know if I missed out what I missed out on. I did go through the entire list of weapons and armor in the admin panel. I might have missed out one or two. If you guys think I missed out on anything, you can always let me know down below in a comment. If you've dismantled stuff and got something interesting out of them, whether it's legendary or something that you found in the game and dismantled and got something interesting, again, you can put it down below in a comment. The purpose of this video, although longish, is to kind of show people what happened with legendary items in the dismantling bench. So unfortunately, there's no way of making this shorter as much as I wanted to, so I'm gonna go for the ghost bindings just to see what happened. So that gets dismantled as well. That's very interesting. I want to see what we get from that. Okay, interesting. Very, very interesting. That's good to know. So these cannot be dismantled. Let's get these out. Let's get the next batch in. We'll put that in. That doesn't want to get dismantled. We'll put that in. Same thing there. Okay, so that does not want to get dismantled either. The Witch Queen mask, again, doesn't want to get dismantled. I only put that one in because I thought it was interesting and I wanted to see what happens with it. Okay, interesting. Okay, that kind of... Okay. Kingslayer daggers. Okay, we're going to put these back in my inventory. I am going to go through it at the end and show you what was not dismantled. I'll take this one out as well. Let's go for the Asura armor and see what happens with this. Okay. Nothing there. Not surprised, to be fairly honest. It seems that armors cannot be dismantled, or the legendary armors, to be specific here. Okay. Nothing with these. We'll put that in there as well, because we'll take it out. So these cannot be dismantled. So far, my suspicion is confirmed. It is the items that you get from looting the boss chests that you find close to the world bosses. I want to see what these do. Okay, nothing there. It would be nice if you could dismantle the gas axes and get maybe, I don't know, get some sort of an item or element that you could then use in some sort of magic. That'd be cool. It'd give those a purpose. Actually, I think, in my opinion, that it would be nice to be able to dismantle any and all legendaries, and if they give unique specific items only obtainable that way, and then maybe use those items and resources to craft stuff that you could probably use for, I don't know, spells and stuff like that. That'd be cool. It would make spells hard to obtain, but also obtainable at a fairly expensive price, I would say, or something like that. I know they wanted to do something with magic. Maybe that's a way they can do it. because there are a ton of legendary items that don't really have much use, you know, since they wrecked the Lifeblood Spear and the Sword of Crom. There's not really much use for those anymore. So Lifeblood Spear, see, that could give something nice and unique, and of course it could be a variety of items. I'm not just saying, say, a specific sort of resource, just, you know, a variety depending on what sort of magic you want to use. You know, it could go quite wild there. You could put black magic, dark magic, I don't know, purple colored magic, white magic, healing magic, that sort of stuff, depending on what you specialize in and stuff. That'd be cool to see. Okay, so this is what we got from all of the legendary items. Of course, not everything can be dismantled. A bit disappointed there. I kind of hoped it would be. I'd like to see that in the future, and maybe the legendary items that you dismantle to give unique specific resources which you can then use to craft something unique, let's call it, different and difficult to obtain. So that would be pretty cool, I think. So this is what I have put through the dismantling bench that did not get dismantled. So just to kind of show you, I'm going to go and hover above them just so you guys can read the names of the items. And that's pretty much it. There we go. So the gas axe cannot be dismantled, and well, you saw what can be dismantled. That is it for this video, folks. It is a bit of a different video. I don't normally do stuff like this, but I thought it'd be an interesting video nonetheless. I do hope that you have enjoyed it, and if you have, please do not forget to support me on the channel by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already for more similar content from myself, and if you have just subscribed, why not check out some of my other videos and guides here on this channel. Who knows, you might just enjoy them. And of course, don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload new videos and content to the channel. And for those interested, you can always find me on the Sethtopia Discord. Links to this, of course, you can find down below in the video's description, as well as in a pinned comment from myself. Until next time, stay safe, folks.